everyone, it's Jean from the Inky Studio. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. We certainly did at our household, and I hope you are going to be having a very happy new year as well. It's been a busy, busy time, and it's been a while since I made a video. So anyways, the project that I'm going to be working on today is an all junk journal. So it'll end up being either a no-cost or very low-cost journal. I know the term junk journal has really evolved into meaning so many different things today, but originally a junk journal was simply collecting stuff that you would have maybe thrown out or overlooked and putting it together in a journal and using all those different supplies to decorate and journal with. And so that's exactly what I'm going to try to do for the next couple of episodes. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about covers and about what to collect, or just giving you some ideas of things to collect. For the cover, now there's many things that you can use that's junk for the cover, of course. There's like the Amazon envelopes that are kind of like padded, and this is kind of a large one, but you can collect something like that for your cover. You can use a manila envelope. This is a rather small envelope, but you can use different sizes and just fold it over and use that for your cover. You can use food boxes to have a little bit more firm cover. Like a cracker box, and you use the small side of the box for your spine, and then you have the two covers. But I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done before, and I'm going to be taking a gift bag, because I figured, after Christmas you might have a few of these laying around that you could use. And this gift bag is, I think it's a small one, 8.5 by 5.5, something of that nature. And it doesn't matter though what size your gift bag is, because you can cut these down to the size you want. So, and I'm even going to be cutting a little bit of this down. So it doesn't matter the size. It doesn't matter what's on the outside, because the inside is usually white or a plain color, and you can turn this inside out and use that for the cover, and then just put something over on the inside if you didn't care for that decorations on the bag, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, so this is what I am going to be doing for the cover. Now, I have to say to you that the recording here is going to be a little different. My old camera, a phone camera that I had for a long time, I don't use it as a phone, but I used it for the camera part. It has died. And it's kind of been going for a while, but it finally bit the dust. And now I have a new camera right in time for Christmas, which is really great. And I have a lot to learn on it, and I'm still learning. It is going to need an external microphone, and that shipping is a little delayed. I won't be having it for a little while. But the problem is that my voice is not going to be, it's going to be okay. Not loud, but what's really going to be loud is when I do paper. It's going to be louder than my voice. So when I get the mic, then I'll be able to really talk into the mic, and this part won't be so loud. So today I'm going to be really careful, try not to do too much of the paper noise. So I won't really be making this cover with this time, but the next time I should be able to have the mic, and I will then make the cover out of this. But just letting you know. So in this video, I also wanted to, of course, talk to you about things to save. Now, you can start this project with just a minimal amount of junk that you've collected. I have been collecting it for quite a while. I would say almost a year. I have like a shoebox, and I just been throwing stuff into it. and as I come across it. And so that's what I've done, and that's why I have such a large collection. But you can start the junk journal, and then, you know, as time goes on, you just keep collecting stuff and adding it to the journal. But I want to give you some ideas of things to be on the lookout. Now, this is, of course, not everything that you can possibly collect, because you're going to have probably other things that attract your eye. But I'm just going to let you, just going to go over some things. So one of my favorites are clothing tags. These are my favorite things to collect because they can be so, you know, they're like a tag, right? And some of them are nice and heavy. Like this is super, super heavy. Both of these are pretty heavy. But they sometimes come with some really interesting designs on them. This particular tag had this little, I cut the tag off, but it had this little thing that attached to the clothing. Isn't this cute? So cute. And you know, you'd just be surprised what you would find. Let me go through here and pull out a few more. Like this is quite pretty here, this pretty design. Now don't worry about any of the wording, because of course that can be covered up. Let's see here. Here are some more. This is a really neat tag. It already has an opening in here. You'd just be surprised what you can find. Really nice decorative one, right? You just cover the back of it, and you can use the front. Here's another pretty one with a little pretty ribbon on it. So you get this, often you get the string, and you'll get the tag, and this one had a safety pin in it. Really fun. This is my favorite thing to collect because they just all seem to be just a little different in the tags that come on clothing. But you don't want to stop there with the tags. Now, I do not like the tags in the back of my clothes, the ones that are sewn in, because they irritate my back. So I'm always taking them out. And I save those too if there's something interesting on it. Just, you know, different words. I just think I can probably use those somehow. I thought this was really cute to use like in on a page or a journal that has sort of more of a masculine bent to it. So all these little tags that you get in the back of your clothing that you perhaps might be removing, you can use all of those things as well. And of course, clothing is not the only thing that come with tags. Different products do. This came from I bought a dish soap dispenser, and this was attached to it. Isn't that cute? A little bit of lemons there, and you know, you can just put a word there to kind of cover up the one that they have. Here is, I don't know where I got this, but this is pretty nifty. This, I believe this was something to do with dogs, of course. Isn't this cute? So sweet. And this one here I saved because of these two slits here. Because what I'm going to be doing with this, of course, I'll, you know, probably do something with the back and cover it. But I'm going to put in ribbon. And in fact, speaking of ribbon, yeah, I would save the ribbon that I got too. This is some ribbon I got with, and might have even been with this one here, but my idea was to kind of put this in here like this and maybe make some kind of a belly band or something of that nature with the ribbon strung in there. But this is a ribbon too that wrapped up something. Maybe I might have bought some linens or towels or something, but sometimes you'll just get ribbon, and that's pretty cool too. I would save that. And perhaps even with your Christmas you got ribbons on, you know, that kind of a cloth or a fabric type of ribbon on your gift. That would be really cool to save too. So I would save those things. So the product, oh, and here, this came with a product, and expiration of the hat, interesting. But anyways, you have a little booklet here that you can use and cover up. So all these product labels are really cool. Oh, here's another one. Isn't this pretty neat? So I collect those. Packaging is really huge too. Now the ribbons, like I say, was part of a packaging, but like your Tim Holtz stuff, anything you buy from Tim Holtz, you probably already know that, but you do need to save the packaging because it makes beautiful tags that you can cut up. So, oh, my camera got a little dark there. So the packaging is really cool to save. Like I say, I'm going to have to really work with the adjustments on my camera, so I'm still learning to do that. Here's one that I bought, some linen thread, and that's such a pretty packaging that came with that. Boxes that foods come in is also a really neat place. So this is from a tea box, and this is also from one. And so you can find these things very easily and cut them out, cut out the different designs that are inside there. That's be very cool. And here I bought some reusable grocery totes, and look at these really fun designs on here, all these vegetables and everything. That could be really colorful and a fun way to add something to your junk journal. Another one is looking oh, here's another packaging one. So there's just all kinds of things that way. Another one would be the flyers that you get, mailers for advertising different for whatever it is in your neighborhood. These are really great to save because, you know, you can fold this over and we can make a booklet from that. Even the ones that are small like this, and perhaps you get lots of these, and do not worry about what's on the cover because that we will deal with that later on. But what I do is I collect ones that have a lot of color in them, that just have colors and patterns that interest me. So I collect those type of mailers, and we will be working with those. And another one would be calendars. So this is a calendar I got quite a while ago. I've held on to because I really enjoy these botanical prints inside this calendar. But different calendars that you get, wall calendars, or this is a planner. I got this free in the mail. It's from a charity that we have donated to before, and you know, sometimes they send you free things. So I got this planner here, and I'm just going to be using all the stuff there on the edges. Let's see, what else we have here. And another thing too that is kind of fun is, of course, your packaging, but this is from a tissue box. And I really like this idea of this opening here, that we can cut this out and make like a frame. And we can do things with the rest of it. So yeah, a tissue box would be really fun of a design or something that interests you. But I like this opening. So when you look for packaging, perhaps you can look for these really interesting cutouts that are inside there. And let's see. Of course, there is so much that you can end up collecting. And just, oh, here is, this is interesting here too. Like sometimes you'll receive instructions on how to do a certain product, and it'll be in different languages. So that's kind of interesting to kind of use that for collaging these different languages. And it doesn't have to be, it can be also English, but these be really great for collaging stuff. So I buy a lot of this Epson paper. I don't need this every time they send it out, so I end up using it for collaging. And let's see what else we got here. And This was a packaging, oh my, really going to mess up my lighting here, but this is a piece of packaging that wrapped around something. I don't know what it wrapped around, but it's this acetate, this really hard acetate here, and that can be put inside windows and that type of thing. So this really hard acetate was a fun collection. And am I coming down to the end here? And magazines, yes. I prefer to buy magazines that have a heavier weight than this paper here, because you really can't get these too wet because they wrinkle really badly. But you can use these with a glue stick and decorate your journal with this. But there are some magazines that have really heavy, nice paper to it. And I'm trying to think of one. I think, oh, I just can't think of one right off the bat. But if you go to your library, especially this time of year, many libraries kind of get rid of last year's edition, and you can ask, you know, hey, throw it my way, and maybe you can find a magazine that has a really nice hardcover to, or a heavyweight paper to it. A lot of magazines are just super lightweight, but this would be good for using a glue stick, and you can look for different designs on that as well. So old magazines are good. Yeah, this is good here. Your food, your vegetables come in a lot of times in this neat kind of a wrapping. So this is good to collect for all kinds of reasons, not only to use as it is in the journal, but to use it as something to work with mixed media and that type of stuff. So that was a good idea for collection. I got this this buckle from something. It was some kind of a thing I bought, but hey, you know, it's just fun. It's just fun. It's fun right now for me to go through and see all the stuff that I've collected. So anyways, that can get you started on looking for things and kind of thinking of new ways to use an old product, whatever you have. Now, I think what I'm going to do for the remainder here is I'm going to go over some products that will help you in your in transforming your junk into your junk journal. The first product that you would want is some kind of a glue, of course. And so for collaging, Mod Podge is pretty cool, although it will wrinkle thin paper. It will do that. But it's still fun, especially collaging on something that's heavy. So that would be a good thing to use. A glue stick, of course, and my favorite is the Scotch permanent glue. I find that really like super sticky. It's like you put it on something and you almost can't move it again because it just grabs it right away. And of course you got, you know, your Fabri-Tac, your glitter glue, your white glue, your favorite white glue or whatever. So you're going to be needing that, of course. One of your best friends in junk journaling with junk is going to be gesso. I'll probably be using this quite a bit, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Just get the most affordable brand that you can get. But gesso is really going to help you blend and help you work on a surface, especially the shiny surfaces of some of the things that you're going to be collecting. And this also comes in black. And if you like that chalkboard look, some black gesso would probably be fun too. But if you can only afford one gesso, get the white. And of course you'll need your brushes. Now we need to have paper, and just basic paper that's just plain. Now this is the one thing that probably won't be junk necessarily, because you kind of want a blank piece of paper, but you can do it very inexpensively. You definitely can use just plain copy paper. and you know, fold it in half, and you can use that, of course. The heavier the paper, the more you're going to be able to do on it as far as mixed media goes. But you can use copy paper. I would also recommend you go to your thrift store, and I have picked up so much different kinds of paper just from the thrift store itself. So this was at Goodwill for $1, and I got all of this graph paper. And you can just take this and fold it up, and that can be your paper. I also picked up this stationery. Yeah, just the stationery, and that was a really good price. Got lots of that, and I can use something like this, and it is heavier than copier paper, which is kind of cool. So a lot of times you can just pick up a lot of different papers there at the thrift store, or you can purchase, you can go to the dollar store actually and purchase books, paper, especially something, I didn't get this at the dollar store, but this type of thing you can purchase and then use the paper inside of that. And I actually happen to have quite a few notebooks that I've only halfway filled with whatever I was doing at the time. I didn't fill up the whole thing. And you can go through something like that and pull out all the pages that were never used and use something of that nature. And file folders is something else you might want to consider picking up at the dollar store. They're flimsy as far as the file folder goes, but they would work well for something to do with mixed media, like they would substitute for maybe a watercolor paper type of thing, be heavy that way. They can make tags out of it. So these are all suggestions for you to start looking for and collecting. So the basic thing you're going to want to start with, of course, is going to be the cover, and it's going to be the paper, the bones of the journal, the paper you're going to be putting in it. Those two things, as long as you've got that, you can begin putting together your junk journal. And then as time goes on, you're going to be collecting these other little things I just got done showing you. So that is sort of it for today. I hope that if you're interested in making an all junk journal, you'll stick with me, and we will make this little journal together. And you have a great and crafty day, and thank you so much for joining me, and please like this video if you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you later. Bye.